I wanted to tell this story because there's this stupid website, studyfinds.org, which is, they should not allow certain things to have a .org because it gives it an air of like
Right.
authenticity to it. But anyway, it's one of these studies done by who the hell knows. Average person hasn't spoken to neighbors in 3 weeks, but regularly bash them online. So that seems fairly accurate because there is a bit of there's a definite disconnect starting to happen, and we felt it. I think, particularly being in LA. Not that we had good friends out there, but you know it's such a giant city. There's a disconnect that happens, particularly during the pandemic. The other day, my zero-turn mower broke down. I don't know anything about engines, and I don't have the time to get into it. I've got to figure out these engines here in the studio. So my wife posted on Nextdoor, which is usually the funniest social media website. It's just a bunch of like really old people arguing about like some kid did something on their lawn sort of thing.
No, my dad, he should start his own site. Get off my lawn.
But she posted, hey, any recommendations? Because all the people I call were like 6-week waits to just get someone to come look at it. A neighbor, literally like 6 houses down, replied, yeah, we'll ride our bikes over. I do it as a side job. Came over. By that night, he had picked it up, driven it over to his house. He has a lift. He's going to fix it. He's going to be back tonight. And I said, I'll just make up a number, whatever you want to get paid in labor, let me pay. He's like, no, just give me some cookies or something.
Oh, he's going to fix it for free? I didn't get that
No,
part.
he's not going to fix it for free because I'm going to pay him. There's no way he's not getting paid for doing that. But he just does it as a side thing. He's an engineer and he knows engines and knows how to do it. It was just a belt that had come off. Like I should know how to be able to fix it myself, but I'm busy. But it was just like this community that's we're visit or newcomers to out in Hill Country is, I actually think, remarkable. I've not felt the kind of helpfulness and like actual genuine neighborliness in a long time that we're experiencing out here. You guys have been talking about in the previous podcast the Henry Miller, Hieronymus, the Oranges of Hieronymus Bosch, and he talks in I've just started listening to it now, in the very first hour of the book on tape or audiobook that I've been listening to, about the idea of community. He says that the idea of community forms when individuals in themselves have a state of mind that is giving and generous. Then a community forms. It's not some like abstract idea of like we need to form this structure like a government, you know?
Right. It's an emergent phenomena.
Yes, it's a phenomenon that comes secondary to individuals being in a good state of being to be helpful to one another. And I thought it was just such a weird coincidence. I listened to that. This neighbor shows up on his bicycle, teaches me how to, put a belt back on my lawnmower.